Service dogs can be very helpful for people with PTSD. They're doing an important job.
One Pet, One Vet was started in 2013 by an Afghanistan vet named Joe Trainer Jr. He had this idea of helping veterans that were dealing with different issues, whether they were physical or mental, through the aid of a dog. This started as a group of veterans that just wanted to help other veterans, and all of us had dogs, and we knew that they made a big difference in our lives. So we wanted to get that to help other veterans. So in order to make an impact on the veteran suicide rate, we decided to focus on veterans that were diagnosed with PTSD.
I became involved with One Pet, One Vet about 2 years ago. And I did it because I have a daughter with post-traumatic stress, so I'm familiar with the efficacy of service dogs on treating symptoms. I've been training dogs for 42 years. I primarily train the dogs to assist the veterans with 3 sorts of symptoms. They contend with flashbacks and night terrors or nightmares. They contend with social avoidance and social numbing, and then they contend with being socially avoidant. So the dogs are able to help in all 3 of those categories of need. Jake's going to take you on in to do your training. Nice. Let's go.
My name is James Kaiser. I'm a Vietnam veteran.
And who's this?
This is my Molly. She's made my life a whole lot better. I was ready to give up.
Jim received his puppy, Molly, and he went from a despondent individual who could barely lift his head off of his cane to a man who now walks without his cane, has a spring in his step, and is always smiling and friendly.
PTSD is a condition that can sometimes result from a traumatic experience, typically a life-threatening experience. And some people with PTSD experience emotional detachment, where they may detach from social situations and may not engage in activities that they used to really enjoy.
I'm Ben, and this is my longtime service dog, Noah, and this is my new service dog that's in training, Daisy. Well, I do have an anger issue, and if I'm starting to get angry, Noah will just come up by me and snuggle and give me peace and just change my mind.
Service dogs help veterans first and foremost in reducing the rate of suicide, which is our primary goal. Secondarily, they help with both reintegration into society, and they help them deal with symptoms such as anxiety, depression, and even physical symptoms that come from post-traumatic stress.
Often people with PTSD are kind of living in the past, in reliving those experiences that they had, and then also living in the future because they're fearful of those things happening again. The dogs help to keep them in the present.
When I had night terrors, it was nice. Normally I wake up panic, sweating, whatnot, but I woke up to very calm, soft. He really gave me the courage to step up and start my education. You know, he's right there with me.
I think that people have a mental picture of post-traumatic stress that looks like someone who's anxiously biting their nails and looking left and right. More often, post-traumatic stress symptoms are masked, and the individual is very guarded. And one of the things that they struggle with is social connection, and I think these dogs are facilitators at the very beginning, not only of this individual opening up to the dog, but in being more receptive to dealing with other human beings, both family members and friends.